can't announce that I'm going to broadcast because then things are going to happen. Like a bad connection, or it'll just keep saying connecting, 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 which is a pain in the butt. And you can guess I want to say a different word. Because I'm kind of, yeah. You can guess what word I was going to say there, or two words. I can't broadcast from my, or Habscast, which, okay, I might be a little venti tonight. Because Habscast, I don't understand. How does that make sense? What do you mean? I'm broadcasting on Habs, so call it Habscast. Oh, wow. Revolutionary idea. Anyway, feel free to use that. Yeah, I can't broadcast on, though maybe I can, though it was just distant. Or actually, if you'd be so kind as to tell me how I'm sounding, because I won't know until, though the connection is showing green, so, and typically, and the casts that have been good, sound has been fine, and you don't need to see my face, So if you want to see my face, well, I'll be doing broadcasts where I'm cammed up. But for now, you get yellow paper. I'm not messing around with, because I think that's what I did for the desktop. I at one point put, don't allow the camera, and then now it's locked in, and it says go to the browser, but I've got a list of places that allow the camera, but I can't find Haps. I type in Haps.tv. Nope. So I can't broadcast on my desktop, and I know you're supposed to. People broadcast with their phones, but I can't find it on my phone, and it's not because it's an Android. And Apple, the cost, that's outrageous. All the Apple, I this, I that, they lose me on the cost right away. So if I sound terrible, like I actually was able to talk before while Lappity was being like, la-di-da-da-da. I'll get there eventually. But it was distant, so that's not, it's better than that terrible cast I had where the connection was so poor that it was choppy and unlistenable. But man, I can use technology, but if there's any problem, I'm lost. And the then the people who know technology, they wave their hands and say, "Oh, you just do this, this, and this, and ta-da." Well, I could say the same thing about rhyming. You just ta-da. And there's, when I'm really angry, like angrier than now, rantier than now, I think they're like, oh, because I was bullied as a kid, now it's my turn to do the bullies over and just bleep everyone else. Which doesn't make sense, because you want it to sell, but it's just, when I'm really ranty and angry, it's like, yeah, they're doing it to get back because they were bullied by Billy, or Bob or Tim or Sarah, whatever, whoever. Anyway, yes, technology gets me angry when it's just, bleh, and then they come along and go, well, it's just simple. You just blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, simple for you because you know it. Just like I intrinsically know poetry. But if you don't know it, it's like it might as well be Greek or Latin or Klingon. So, but I'm back. I just apparently, ooh, and I'm already at 20 people. But twice I have scheduled a broadcast, and the first time it was, the connection was just terrible throughout, so choppy. And this one, it was, connecting. Usually it takes what, 30 seconds, a minute, but it's, you know, and I would have been on time too. I was, it was in pre-connection, just before 9:30, and should have, but so Haps. But Haps is pretty good. I'm enjoying my time here, even though hardly anyone comments. But hey, I've got 23 sets of ears listening, and less than 1,000 words of poetry to write before the end of the night. Are you here for the poetry, or are you here because you lost a bet? Or you're being tortured and this is your punishment? So, but I'm finally here. And fingers crossed. My voice is clear. Even if I hate the sound of it. You get to listen to my wit. And expertise. And rhyming with ease. Oh. I think I got pink there. Connection went out, for a second. Like, it went bad. It went unstable. So, but I am finally here, and fingers crossed, my voice is clear. If I hate the sound, you get to listen to my wit and expertise in rhyming with ease. And yes, I'm gonna call myself an expert, yes. In the writing of rhyme. I spent no time in school for it. It's as natural to me as breathing is. Thus ever in the right. Call myself this. Call myself one. Now I can call myself. Well, that's, I'm not gonna. die on that hill of you must refer to me as an expert. No. That's just because there's experts, but it doesn't mean all an expert is always right because no one's always right. So because if an expert would say, "Oh well," like my drawing, for example, is it's terrible, it's bad. It's how about it's not your taste, or is it at a simpler level? Hell yes, I don't run away from that. I know it is, but it doesn't mean it's not worth being, or that anyway, that's just. This just might be the frustrated artist cast. Though I prefer to call myself a man who draws than an artist because of the relative quality of my art, my drawings. But, I've gotten, people have liked them, and I've even sold my drawings. Heck, I have t-shirts with my drawings on them, and I've sold. Well, I haven't sold very many. I've sold 10, and I've got more to sell. So yeah. Oh yes, but the pro tip, which I still need to make into poetry. Download the Habs app. Subscribe to get notified when I go live. And support my work on Habs. If you would, that'd be cool. But for now, knowing that there are 26 sets of ears is cool. And eventually you won't be shy. Right? I mean, of course, maybe you're all bots, which I've said before. And I'm not serious about, but maybe you are. Bots make me feel goodish about myself. They're there. You've got people listening to you. There, Petrie. You don't suck terribly. Not that I'll die. On that snooty hill. Call me an expert. Don't call me at all. It's just about an irk. That's all it is. But verse really does come easy to me. As I believe that the good of poetry is either something you have or something you don't. Can't be taught or learned. Of course, I can dance with my words, but I can. With the words, I can flow, but dancing, not so much. And besides, I prefer slow dancing, but, well, been a while since I slow danced with anyone, so it's been a while since I danced. I don't miss it. When's the last time you danced? Should I bother saying that the first person to comment that isn't me gets a verse written about them? That's worked, I guess. But don't all comment at once. Oh, yes, the game. That also people seem to be afraid of. 6-letter word. And the clue is desert prick. 6-letter word. That one is easy. Now, the other one that I've shared the clue of, like, I've got 5 of these. So think hangman, but with a card element that I haven't determined how you can, because it's a game where you want the least amount of points. So low scoring game like golf, where the lower the score, the further ahead you are. So each time you're wrong, you pick a card. Wild cards have point value of 25. So if you get stuck with both wild cards, well, too bad for you. That's 50 points. Face cards are so Jack, Queen, King. They're worth 10. No, they're worth 25, and the ace to 9 are worth 10 points each. So yeah, and then the other clue is 7 letters, and all the words are 5, 6, or 7 letters long. Madrid, to be an ass, which I believe, but my clues in the past when I've done things like this on a smaller scale, mind you, people haven't liked my clues. They're like, oh, it's too hard, or it doesn't make sense. I don't get it. Like, but I agree to disagree with those people. Also, I don't want to give simple clues that you figure out in 2 seconds. Like, where's the fun of that for me? And for you, it's like, oh wow, that's for kids. Yeah. What can I say? So, desert prick, 6 letters. Madrid, to be an ass, 7 letters. And there's a specific reason why with Madrid, why I chose Madrid, and then followed it up with to be an ass. And fingers crossed, if you were to guess the word, you would understand why I said Madrid was me being an ass. And it makes total sense to me, but other people, would look at it and like, I've got this. Okay, here's this. It's a joke, but it totally makes sense in the context of the joke. What is a musician's favorite pair of pants? There's only one perfect answer. There's another answer that's not half bad, but it's not the correct answer. And people, even musicians, have struggled with this one, which makes no sense to me. But so I would love it if someone would. I mean, it's not just me writing poetry and drawing that you can't see until, well, I post it because we can post images. But it's me, me talking about shite, and let's have a dialogue. I mean, come on. I know you're there, or your dogs are. I mean, yeah, okay, I'm talking to the dogs. Well, good boy. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? But come on, help me out. Okay. I don't want to be too whiny. I don't want to whinge. Whinge, whinge, whinge. All he does is whinge. All he does is whinge. And where's the fun in that? I think I'll go outside. I think I'll mask on up. And go outside. I've had enough of this. So says the hater. You stay here because you're greater. Now I can't even go outside because we're still. I think the last I knew we still had curfew, and hey, I got no problem with the curfew. I mean 8 o'clock. I mean bars are closed anyway. I mean you can still go to work. You got a paper that says the police say, hey, you show them a paper, and unless they're assholes, you're not gonna have a problem. I mean, at some point, okay, however long this all lasts, COVID, it's gonna end. I believe in us. It's just gonna take some time. That's it. Because COVID is not messing around. And that's about enough. I'm gonna talk about COVID. But it's a reality. Just like, hey, war. 1939 to 1945. That was a period. This is the shite we got to deal with right now. Hey, I'm at 30. I'm gonna ask it. Ooh, I'm gonna ask a question that ooh, I couldn't answer myself. Well, not the answer that they'd want to hear. Because okay, if you got the choice, well, for some of you it would be easy. Uh, Burgers or pizza? Which one would you give up if you had to give up one? And I don't want to give up either. So if I got if that was a serious if that was a serious fact, I had to choose between the two, I'd be because I love them both. Uh, I don't want to. Yeah, and pizza is great. And if you're one of those air quotes freaks who like uh, pineapple on your pizza, anchovies, hey, that's okay. You can fess up. I mean, not on my pizza, but you enjoying it on your pizza, that doesn't affect me. So, pineapple on pizza, yay or nay? Ooh, 27 minutes. I got 30 sets of ears. Oh, yeah. All he does is whinge, and where's the fun in that? I think I'll mask on up and go outside because I've had enough of this, so says the hater. But you stay here because you're greater, which is but why I call you friend. For what that's worth to you. Hmm. Yeah, I guess I should talk, eh? Because I've made it radio. Boom, 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 boom. Yay. Okay, and that's okay. I've just fooling around testing functions on the laptop. Um, okay, with the desktop, the camera and the microphone are on permanent. I can't click them on. It's on permanent off, and but I can do that on I can shut it off. I mean, you saw if you were watching, you saw that it went black from the yellow post-it note that I have folded over. So why can't I do that on the desktop? And because it says go to the browser. Well, I've gone to multiple browsers and I can't put Haps on the list. Like Haps, as far as that is concerned, doesn't exist, which is frustrating because how can I do a 12-hour broadcast with breaks for, well, you can guess which reasons, eating, etc. I can't do a 12-hour broadcast on my laptop because it's a battery thing. I started off with a fresh battery here, or freshly charged battery. And okay, 84%. I've got 3 hours and 37 minutes left. That's not. I can't do 12 hours on a on the laptop. Did I just cut out again? Because I just got the green. Came back green. This is a pain in the butt. And you're not going to tell me that I did, are you? No, it's not your job. Yeah, so this things like this, that's why, the tech savvy frustrate me because they pretend it's like, oh, it's so easy. No, it is not. It's easy for you because it's easy for you. Like, it's not naturally easy. So all credit to them for what, they allow us to do things like this, but don't come at me and say, oh, it's easy, just blah, blah, blah. No. Connection, but it's back again. So do us a favor and just don't say it's easy, because it's a different thing. But I could say, well, poetry, it's easy. Just, yeah, well, it's not. Though poetry is easier than that. But again, if it's naturally easy for you, then it's naturally easy for you. I mean, how many people, okay, if you're, and you know what I mean by tech savvy, they can code, so if you're one of those people, did it come easy to you or did you have to study? Like you had a natural inclination to it, right? Or like you were totally duh, and then you went from totally duh, I don't understand it at all, to it's just easy, just da 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 da. I'd be surprised if any of you would say, I went from duh to da 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 da. Though at this point, I'd also be surprised if I got a comment from anyone. But I'm just whinging. So here I am. I know that I'm not just talking to myself. Because 30 humans are listed as listening. But you can't watch the radio. Because you cannot watch this radio-like that I have made of this visual medium. So you can listen in. So long as the connection remains. But good and green. Instead of stupid pink. So what are you doing as you listen to me? Because this is the kind of thing, well, whether I'm watching it or listening, I'm myself. I like to write with something going on. Like I watch YouTube, I watch Petrie Cast, Well, watch. I have it playing. Uh, TV, movies, and the same with drawing. I like to draw with the noise because I can draw or write. With writing, I can actually write as I'm walking. Yeah. Thumb out some words on my cell phone. And drawing, hey, as long as I got space on a table and ideally a chair, yeah, because I'm not gonna draw standing up. Though I did a few drawings while walking. What, 2 years ago? Yeah, not as good as my drawings while sitting, but they were drawings that I did as I was walking. Yeah, yeah, okay, I'm weird like that, but it'd be interesting to, if an actual artist would draw as they walk. And it can be done without crashing into people. So no takers on Desert Prick? 6 letters? Come on. Oh, it's so easy. You know what? There's a third grader who's already figured out that word. And if they were listening in, they'd be typing it out. They wouldn't even guess. They wouldn't even guess one letter. They'd guess the whole word. Ah, there you go. If you guess the whole word, that's worth negative. Yeah, negative 25. Thanks for your help there. So, of course, don't be looking up in the dictionary or or googling desert prick because you might actually get an answer. Of course, the one time that I had someone who was actually commenting and who I think might have played, that was during the terrible broadcast where it couldn't be listened to because the connection was so bad that it was choppy. So, sometimes if you had any luck, it'd be bad luck. So, what's the last thing you had for supper? Because you may be listening to this where it's not, well, right now, okay, it's 10:24 Eastern Standard Time, same time zone as New York for you Americans. Because if I said that it's in Montreal, some of you would be like, what time is it then? So it's 9:24 in Chicago, 7:24 in LA. So where are you listening? Where you are listening from? What time is it? Or is there nothing I can ask that will actually get? Well, okay. If I started swearing, yeah, I'd get comments, and then I'd also get suspended, surely, or kicked off the site outright. So, yeah, and I'm not angry enough. And even if I was, yeah, I mean, I swear when I'm angry, but I think I'd have the sense, knock on wood, though I'm not sure that's totally what it might be. Anyway, knock on wood, I'd have the sense to end the broadcast if I suddenly got super angry, and because I don't want to swear my way off halves because I like it. I'm having fun. Even though you're sitting there doing whatever you're doing, not even dropping a comment like, hey, or giving me any coins, which would be nice. Even though it'd take, at this rate, it would take, well, I don't know how long it would take me to have enough to be able to withdraw because it's 200 and you do realize if you're on every day at a certain point, just going on gets you 50 coins, eh? And then if you broadcast weekly, like outside of the Haps challenge, I mean, I'm probably telling you things you already know, but hey, it's my Haps cast, so I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and you're either going to stay or you're going to comment or you're going to go, whatever. Yeah, so you get coins just for signing in. You get coins for answering emails. You get coins for broadcasting. So, hey, it's like getting free money. But then like I comment on. I do a lot of commenting on when I'm watching streams because it's more fun to be engaged, and when you're engaged back with, that makes you want to engage back even more. So yeah, I would like you to be a part of the Petrie Cast, like more than you already are. Which yes, I'm very happy that there are 30 of you here, and I'm still not sure if I'm one of the 30. But you can help more. Like, okay, when you go to other people's live streams, do you comment or you just watch? Like like I comment on Habs, I comment on YouTube, where I watch stream, art stream, like a lot of art streams. I'm commenting. Sometimes seriously, sometimes hey, you can make jokes. You can make joke comments. Hey, and outside of just outright saying I suck, I mean, if you're gonna say I suck, at least provide a reason why I suck, because then that's at least constructive. Not that though I'm nowhere near getting any trolls. I think, which I may have said before. Well, I certainly said it, but yeah, okay, I said it in somebody else's. I write it. Write it. I write it. I wrote it in a comment on someone else's stream. If I should ever get trolled, by some jerk, I would take that as a sign of me making progress, because then I matter. Until then, I don't matter. So, not that I'm looking forward to being trolled, but I'll take that as a sign that I've gone from not mattering at all to at least mattering some. Your thoughts, your feet, hey, I know, I watch TV. I'm happy to just watch TV. But, this is a kind of experience where you can, you know, you can dip your toes in the water and say, "Hey, tell me how much your ears have been bleeding since you've been listening to me, and what kind of band-aids you use. Um, what brought you to Haps? You know, hey, anything. Like, I'm pretty much down to talk. You know, there's very few things that I won't at least want to say a few words on. So, I mean, it's not just me writing poetry and drawing. It's ah, but all my whinging aside, I am glad that there are 30 of you who are here or have been here. I mean, is that a stable number? I don't know. Maybe it captures you as once you've been here, and then you know you come for 2 minutes and then go off to somebody else's broadcast or do whatever. Maybe you're having date night. You checked in just before the date, just, oh yeah, I'll make the guy feel better that people were listening, and then you went off with your significant other. Hey, that's cool. I remember what it's like to have a significant other, and you know, it's been a while. And the poet gets back to writing. With more whinging to do. Ah. As long as the interruptions are only brief, I'll be fine. Ah. And the poet gets back to writing. With more whinging to do. That's painfully true. But through it all, he's happy to talk to y'all. And would be ever so pleased if you dropped by with a witty rejoinder. Guess at the game. Seriously, Desert Prick, come on. That's easy. I know you know the answer. Because maybe I'm broadcasting to 30 ghosts and they can only register their being here. They can't actually force the keys to tap and say the word. It's a 6-letter word. And the other one, which is admittedly harder, Madrid, to be an ass. 7 letters. But you know, you could guess I mean, there's 26 letters. Odds are good. You won't take too many losses before you can figure out the word. And for all you know, there's multiple occurrences of the letter in the same letter in the word. So that's fewer guesses. The curse of being anti-charismatic. Yeah, I actually think I am anti-charismatic with my ideas. Because other people, they say an idea and it's, oh, wow, instantly, oh, that's great. But me, it often feels like, I don't get it, or no, that's. But if someone who was not anti-charismatic said the same thing, it'd be like, oh, perfect, yay. That's yeah. But not to where I won't be casting. Well, certainly not at this. Well, because normally on Mondays I'm watching the live stream of David Finch and his wife Meredith. He's a comic book artist, and she's amongst other things, I think, comic book writer. So yeah, he draws, and his streams are from 8 to 10 ish every Monday Eastern, because he's in Canada. He's in Ontario. Yeah, and he's drawn for Marvel, DC, Image, working on his own independent thing, and he's a heck of an artist, and yeah, great guy who engages with his followers, subscribers, and yeah, he's got his YouTube channel has 100 on the last it was 113,000 subscribers. I mean, I'll never have. I would on this. Let's see, on Haps, I have. Yeah, when I last checked, I had 68 subscribers, and I was subscribing to 58 people. Oh, 540 views. 541 views. Cool. 68 subscribers and 58 subscriptions. I mean, the fact that I'm 68% to 100, that's like amazing. So, yeah. So my big would be what? Oh, I guess if I ever got to 1,000 subscribers here, that'd be awesome. So, 31 people. And the poet gets back to writing with more whinging to do. That's painfully true, but through it all, he's happy to talk to you all, and would be ever so pleased if you dropped by with a witty rejoinder, a guess at the game, or just hey, what's up? Not too much to ask. For a blank creator, is here to engage. And even, dare I say it, entertain your own good self. Even do a collab. If that's a thing you're looking for. But as ever, thanks for being here. Even if I'm muted. And you just listen to a dozen streams at a time. No. And you just open a dozen streams at a time. That are silenced, yes. Just because you're nice. Though, is that nice, though, if you were actually doing that? If someone was actually doing that? Then again, if I'm one of the dozen, that's still, I mean, I don't know how many people are streaming, how many streams are on right now, on Haps, anyway. But if I'm one of a dozen that has this fictional treatment there where you turn the stream on, then you mute it, and then you repeat another 11 times, and that's still something worth noting. So and in another world, that's what is happening. Of course, in another world, we wouldn't be so money is the only thing that matters. Money and love. If you don't have either, oh boy, you must suck. 31. Until there's a regular stream of people, even if it's a small number of people engaging back with me in the comments, I'm going to keep riding this horse. And when the horse gets tired, before the horse drops dead, I'm going to find a train, jump on that train, and that's another thing. Here, what? I mean, I know this won't get any comments. At this point, the next person that comments, I'm going to be like, wow, really? You commented? I'm surprised. But I'll still say this. What does this look like to you? Beyond what it is, what can you see it as? And it seems like people can't see what this is, what it looks like to me. I mean, I see that and instantly I know what it looked like. But other people, like, I know, I'm not alien, I'm human. But there are things like I see something in a way and I share that and people are like, oh, I don't get it. Like, this to me. So tell me what you think that is. I mean, okay, it's a bunch of Zs, yes, or Zs for you Americans. But what else does it look like? Come on, there's an easy answer. And, people are like, people don't get it. And it's frustrating because, I'm not saying something in a foreign language. I'm saying it in English. So, and my mind is thinking in English. So it's not foreign and alien. So what does those collection of Zs look like? I'd like to see the correct answer because, I mean, then again, yes, it's, there's some subjectivity in there, but if you give 10 answers, at least one of them has to be the answer that I know that the way I see it. But you want to hear me whinge. Or are you here to hear me whinge? So you'll never drop a line. Or play the game. That 5 fifth graders have already guessed in full. It's all 5 answers. Two of which they guessed off the end. They guessed off the clue. Yes, there may be some. Well, when I'm bringing up the kids, I'm saying it's that easy, and if you can't get it, it's sad for you. So prove me wrong. Come on. Desert prick, 6 letters. And 7 letters, Madrid, to be an ass. Now, obviously, that's 7 letters in total, so... And you know how to play Hangman. But I'm still enjoying it, and I've had... Yeah, of course, I had... The most interaction I had was in that terrible broadcast where the connection made it, you couldn't enjoy it, you couldn't listen, and I'm not sure, I may have deleted it. Yes, I yawned. Well, I'm going to do a count. I did a previous count of 309 words. How many words do you think I've typed in this quarter?
Scan has completed. Warning. Universal Driver Updater has detected outdated drivers which need to be updated immediately. Click on Update All to get the latest drivers.
And that's my computer. Sorry, yawning again. So, if you guess 861 words, you are correct, sir or madam. And And because of that number, I have written 2,611 words of poetry today. Which is pretty normal for me. Let's see, what's my average? Let's see, so total of poetry, because I've written some other words, 182,285 words divided by 60. Wow. My average output of poetry this year, with this day not finished yet, 3,038 words. So 3,039 will round it up to the next whole number. That ain't too shabby. That ain't too shabby tabby. Guess off the clues. Which is to say, I'm trying to coax you. It's into playing. This easy game of mine. So, yeah. Have you tapped the cast yet? Or you don't? You're just here to support people. What's it gonna be? And for a second there, is the unending poem, is the unending flow, Petrie verse, it flows on and on. I think of imagining something, something, something. Then think better of it. Because I most forgot what those words were. And it's not like you'd tell me. What they even were. And the moments passed. So if I was really terrible, would you tell me? Even if you told me kindly or as constructively as you could? So typically we're more likely to yay. Sorry for that. I had the pink again. Back to green. Yeah, typically we're more likely to complain about the bad than praise the good. So, hey, I'm doing good. Or I'm in between the bad and the good, which is still better than being at the bad where you type, stop, just stop now, please. Even if you were American, we wouldn't listen to you. So I'm doing something right. And there's still 35 people. Or 35 people have checked in at one point or another. Because I guess I shouldn't figure that it's or accept that it's people right there continuously. So for all I know, nobody's been here longer than 30 seconds. Okay, so as of this time in the broadcast, I've been broadcasting or hapscasting because I'm still trying to make that a thing. Just like I'm trying to get something else to happen, and that. So this broadcast has been going on for 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 40 seconds and counting. How long have you been here? You've been here since the beginning, or you just now, or what? What do I have to say to get a comment? Other than not ask about comments and not care. But then if I didn't care, he'd be like listening and saying, yeah, he doesn't even care about comments, so he's not going to engage. You guys are just, daggers in my fragile heart. Choo, 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 choo. Don't give him a comment because that's what he wants, and we don't want him to be happy. Well, it is 10:59. I still have some writing to do. Yeah, I have. Ooh, yes. I still have 389 words to write. And the poet once more resumes the writing. Because he's still fighting. To win his day. Which is 3 fields felled. Yes, I grew up on a farm. Farming was not for me, so not for me. Though my first job was as a farmhand on a neighboring farm, and I've worked since then on farms, but not for years. And that was never my thing. Picking rocks, man. I know it's because there's always rocks to pick because the rocks rise. But if that wasn't the truth, you'd think that rocks were getting pregnant and birthing themselves. And that's not fun. If you ever picked rocks, you know what I'm talking about. You know how awful a job it is. Ugh. So, yes. When I write about a field, that's 1,000 words. Because instead of always saying, "Oh, I wrote 800 words," I wrote 300. I talk rows, which is 100 words. Fields, which are 1,000, so half a field. If I talk about harvesting half a field, that's 500 words. And if I talk about swinging my poet's blade, it's because I'm imagining that I have a blade as a poet. To cut, because I'm farming these fields of mine not with tractors. I'm farming it I'm imagining it as a physical act. So I have a blade because it's more suited to poetry than I get on my tractor and harvest the field. So, and my poet's blade has a name. It's Bevelon because my blade is female. Why not? And Bevelon is spelled Baevalon. And sometimes the air is heavy. Sometimes the Bevelon herself is heavy. But right now, both blade and air are light. Thanks in part to you guys. Like, if I just sat down and wrote no streaming, I could write more. But even when streaming, I'm still able to win my days. Harvest 3 fields. Though I don't. Yeah, that would be interesting. How if I was. Well, I'd have to stream on my desktop, which I can't do. If you guys could fix that, because I'm sure there's a fix that you guys could do that. Well, not you, the listeners, but there's ways to improve. Because I can't. But if I'm ever able to stream from my desktop, I will take a shot at streaming for longer than 3 hours. Like, I haven't streamed to 3 hours in length yet, but hey, I'm down to stream for 12 hours. I can't do that with my laptop because it's gonna max. It can go as 4 hours, but yeah, well, it's just I like the idea of streaming for 12 hours with, as I said before, appropriate breaks. Body's got to eat, eh? But I can't do that with Lapity. Hey, I've had 35 people check in. And he's not there yet. And the poet once more resumes writing because he's still fighting to win his day, which is 3 fields felled, and he's not there yet. Though he surely knows that this he can do. So he's not worried. With the lateness of the hour. So if you're a Hapscaster, do you care about getting comments? Because obviously you don't want to be performing in a vacuum. Or, well, yeah, performing. I mean, well, okay, journalists are not performative, but anyway. Yeah, but apparently I can't say anything. To get a comment. At least not on this stream. Ooga booga. Well, yes, I could say things like that, but no, I'm not doing that. No. I'm happy and not in the mood for cussing. And I'm not gonna say controversial things, just yeah, I'm generally not here for that. You got the poetry, you got the drawings. At some point you'll be able to see me as I draw them, maybe. But yeah, it's just so simple, wave your hands 3 times and da 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 da. No, it's not that easy. Yeah, so writing, drawing, talking, engaging, got games. Okay, that's one game, but and this is original material. This is not, that's something, yes, you know what they do on YouTube. They'll review something, like, yeah, okay, that there's worth there, but so much is based off of other people's IP. Mine, this is me out of my head. So I'm, or tweaked because yes, the tweaking of the Hangman game, yeah, but it's still taken and made something different, or in the process of being made something different. So yeah, so yeah, I'm so using your own IP, your own thing is. I want to see more of that on these streams. Then, well, certainly more of it than we. Hopefully, we see more of that than you see on YouTube. I think there's a lot of using other people's IP on YouTube. But it's not popular and nobody, well, make them or just, yeah. Can I get the 40? Okay, let's get to 3,000 words. And he will fail to harvest that much because he has the time. And the flowing rhyme. To make it happen. Without fear of napping. Because he's already done that thing. Because he's already napped. Much to his chagrin. So, how was your Monday? Is it even still Monday where you are? Or is it Tuesday? Type 1 if it's Monday, type 2 if it's Tuesday. Or type nothing. Wow, if each stream I streamed was, okay, let's say 35. And if I stream twice a day, and then each stream was worth 50 cents per, so that's 35. So 35 times 30. Wow. Doesn't work that way though. And yes, if I was making bank, I'd be streaming. Well, let's see. I streamed on Friday. I streamed on Thursday. I streamed on Friday. I streamed on Saturday. I streamed on Sunday, and now Monday. So that's 4 days in a row. I don't know how many days in a row I'm going to stream, but I'm got 4. 4 days in a row. And of the kept streams, they've all been over an hour. I think my longest is 2 hours, which includes the times where now, at least, where the broadcast is listed as unstable. Like the broadcaster. But this would be, I mean, this is still fun. Don't get me wrong. But it would be so much more fun if you engaged with me, but maybe there's nobody here. You've all come and gone. Oh well. No, I seriously think I've got some potential here to. Yeah, I think eventually I'll have engagement regularly. I mean, I have to hope, I have to believe that. I mean, just like I keep writing, though now writing and drawing are things I do regardless. Like, I enjoy them. So I'll keep doing them till I die, barring disease or injury. And half seriously, though obviously wouldn't be the case, I think I could write as a ghost, be an actual ghostwriter. Like, not that what ghostwriter means, which I could you actually, if you were a writer, could you actually write and then not take the credit like that? Oh, that blows my mind. That yeah, all right, and yeah, yeah, all the credit will go to you. I will never do that. Of course, no one would ever ask me to do that, so it is what it is. But jeez, get the you should have there shouldn't ghostwriting should not be a thing. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how ranty do you think I've been? Ranty, whingy, angry? 7? Well, could be worse. Could be. You could have the first answer could have been 10. Oh, second answer was 10. Okay. No, I'm. This is me making up stories on the spot. Okay, baby stories or MOC, moment of conception stories. Because they ain't going anywhere. Yep. I wish you were here. So, living or dead, who would you like to have supper with? Still no takers on 6 letter word for with a clue of desert prick? Or Madrid to be an ass with 7 letters? No, I didn't think so. And the joke, what's the musician's favorite pair of pants? Didn't think that either. But as always, even though I've whinged and whinged and whinged, bemoaned things, I thank you for having been here at all. Because who am I? Yes, who am I? Just going to take a moment to Take a look at the internet. Yeah, no surprise there. Yeah, I guess that'd be, yeah. So, where do you live? What city? What state? What province? What territory? What continent? What planet? Ha. Hmm. 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 Did I hit 38? I did hit 38. 1938, Superman was created. And Superman is half Canadian. Because his original artist had some of his formative years in Ontario before he moved to Ohio in Cleveland. So, yeah. And also, Metropolis is based off of Toronto. So, yeah. Superman, the quintessential American hero, is half Canadian. Plus, all alien and fictional, but Joe Shuster. And if those are fighting words, let's go. Come on. Let's fight. Let's fight. I got my dukes up. And no, I do not take drugs. In case you're thinking, oh my God, what's he take? Nope. I don't take nothing. And I rarely drink. I'm just creative. And though I'm shy talking with women in person, online, not a problem. So I can bring the energy, the joie de vivre, even amongst the whinging. And yes, he whinges so much. So why won't you engage with me? Oh, because I'm asking. I have to pretend I don't care. Okay. Say no more. Yeah, that won't work. We know you don't mean it. So, You get to hmm. Hmm. I can't think of any. Um, yeah, I'm trying to work out other games. I mean, eventually one of my games has to catch someone's interest. Like, come on, 6-letter word with the clue of desert prick. And a 7. Okay, this one is harder. But you can guess the letters. You can guess the whole. Oh, okay, that doesn't work. Never mind. I was trying to type the 6 letters of the to help you envision. Because maybe you can't envision it, but I don't think that's it. No, it's not it. And the cool new host with the catchy title of Petrie Cast. To his brand new show. Implored his listeners to engage with him. Not get engaged. Once upon a time, there was a woman who wanted that. As odd a thought as odd a thought as that is, as that but is to him. She found a better match. And is surely the happier for how it turned out than how it could have been. And that's a true story. I've got a couple true stories. Dad, I won't be sharing. What do you think? Should I keep broadcasting? Well, you're not going to answer? I'd like to get to 40. I still have to get to 3,000. Of that, I'm sure. Yes. And how it could have been. Yeah, I haven't written much more, but it's time for another count. What do you think? I know, you're not guessing. Well, let's pretend you are guessing. My last count was 861. This count is dun, da, da, da. If you guessed 1075, you are correct. And I'm almost there. Ooh, it's a good thing, because running out of real estate, running out of racetrack. And a very good count. This came it did. The right good time. Spur him on. To sweet victory. If only the Habs the same damn thing. Yes, I live in Montreal. I'm a fan of the Montreal Canadiens, who've won 24 Stanley Cups in their history and haven't won one since 1993, but they still have 24. The next best is the Toronto Maple Leafs with 13. Beyond that, after that, it's the Detroit Red Wings with 11. And the Chicago Blackhawks and Boston Bruins have 6 apiece. So no one is close to that of the Canadiens. And right now, the Canadiens are not having any fun, as their record in 20 games is... Yeah. Their record in 20 games is... Is it... Wait. Yeah, I know what it is. But let me... Oh. Well, they have 9 wins. Yeah, they're 9-6-5. And they're only playing 56 games. I don't know if you're a sports fan or hockey fan, but yeah, hey, Canadians, that's the thing, you know. So yeah, yeah, first 10 games are 7-1-2. Since then, well, 2-5-3. That's not good. So they got to get back to winning. And I still believe they can, even though the haters are laughing their asses off and high-fiving each other and saying, the Habs will never win another Stanley Cup again, which is total shite. Yes, they haven't won since 93, but other teams have gone through longer streaks and are going through longer streaks without. So, yeah. You don't win a cup, at least one cup for 9 straight decades, and then and even if they never did win another cup again, the Canadians will still have the most Stanley Cups in all of the NHL after I die, because it took the Canadians 78 years to amass 24 cups. Yes, a lot of 17 of those cups came when there weren't very many teams, but they still had to win those cups. You know, the other teams, they had the opportunity too to amass more cups than they did. They didn't. So the haters and the people who are just like, but all the cups don't count from before. No, because that's like saying your grandfather, oh, his accomplishments don't count because they were when he was, before you were born. No, that's or you. So that's yeah. You can imagine what kind of my answer to that would be, and the kind of language I would use, but I won't use it. So that's forget that argument. No. Yeah, they haven't won since '93, but they still have 24. Let me know when someone gets close, and by close, I mean 20. And that's not going to happen during my lifetime. So, yeah, the haters. Oh, okay. It's one thing not to be a fan of a team, but haters are when they're like, oh, they take glee and delight. Yes, I mean you can be a fan of a team and smile and laugh about another team struggling, but haters, they're like they live or they go in, Twitter. Like if you go on Twitter when a game's being played, especially when it's being played right now where they're not playing well. You've got the gnashers of teeth who are like, "Oh, the sky is falling. A goal is scored and it's up. Game's over. Trade." So you got supporters of the team that are gnashers of their teeth, and which I've done in the past. Like that's, yeah. The more I like a team or a country in a sport, the harder it is to watch when things are going not good or worried about things not, but I'm sticking more with the games. Well, I'm sticking with the games now. But so you've got the Nashers who are supporting the team, but then you got the haters like who don't have anything better to do. Support your team, but they've got to come to somebody else's page. The team, the Canadians page. But I also know that there are Canadians fans who go to the Maple Leafs page or so yeah, we're not. But you go to another page and just laugh and come on, just yeah, free speech, but you're also being a jerk. And I would say harder things, but I'm going to try not to, even though I get peeved with the haters, I'm going to try to keep it PG and not use the language which you can guess in your head what kind of language I'd like to use on these haters who don't have anything better to do than support your team. Or if you go to another team's page to comment, be reasonable. Don't be like, "Oh, you suck. That franchise should be sold," and then just save that. I don't have. So visiting those pages is hard to do because and also the negative comments, a lot more negative comments than positive comments. So it'd be interesting to see. I would love, well, aside from wanting them to do well, I'd love to see if they got on a roll, which they can do, because they were playing like 7-1-2. Okay, they've been 7-1-2, and then 2-5 and 3. They're not as good as they were when they were 7-1-2, but they're not as bad as they're being 2-5-2, 2-5-3. So they're somewhere in the middle. Like, I don't believe that that. But yeah, last year they had 2 8-game losing streaks and a 5-game losing streak. I mean, if they did something like that again, then yes, I guess, yeah, okay, yes, you could say, that 7-1-2 was total mirage, but I don't believe that is what is going to happen. I'm still hoping, but the Calgary Flames had the chance. I don't know, and if don't comment that, though, that would be the one comment you'd make, eh? But the Calgary Flames coming in tonight, we're a point behind the Canadiens in 5th. Canadiens are in 4th. Flames were hopefully are in 5th, a point behind. So the Flames had the chance to knock the Habs out of the playoffs, at least for now, playoff standing, because it's the top 4 in each division. But I still believe the Habs can rebound because they built a good team. They're just playing stupidly, and yeah, they've suffered from some bad goaltending. But it's a the 7-1-2. That's not. I don't believe that's a mirage. Are they as good as that? No, but they're not as bad as this. So they just have to really. Oh. So yeah. And then the poets showed his care. The bleu, blanc, rouge. That's French for blue, white, and red. Colors of the Canadiens. He didn't write. So, but then the poet showed his care for the bleu, blanc, rouge. And didn't catch him. Oh, and didn't write a word. For what might have seemed, to some as an eternity. They do not like the sport. Though eternity only lasted. For a few long minutes. As he had the time still. And the poet's will to write enough words to make it 3,000. To win the day. And as you can imagine, I know you're smart like that. Poetry, you say more with fewer words. So it takes more poetry. Like just writing 2,000 words is like, that's an awesome day. That's just like prose or blah, 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 like journal entry about your life or whatever. Just write 2,000 words. And I'm routinely, so far, knock on wood, writing, because today will be, yes, the 25th day that I've written 3,000 words or more. No, well, 25 days I've written 3,000 word range. 11 days I've written 4,000 word range. And 2 days I've written over 5,000. So that's 24 and 11, 35, 37 days of the past 60 I've written 3,000 or more words. And there were days where I wrote 2,000 or more, well, in 2,000 range, but those are counted as days that I didn't win. Because this relates to writing 1,000,000 words, which is still my aim. And I'm doing okay on that. As to whether his passion let a rise in his voice, he thought but not. There's no loud knocking. On door, wall, or floor. Had yet been made. So until that time, he was sure enough that it hadn't happened. So he'd continue. For as long as he wanted. Perhaps a cast. And build an audience. No matter how long it took. No matter how long it takes. That's how he rolls. But once good summer comes, and the windows are open, I'll be best bet served. And my casts. At the original hour of 11 at night. Because I don't need to hurt them off. Like I have before. And it is good. That I had as little as I had to write. Because I would have hated to have fallen short of the 3 good fields. I call win for yet another Monday. Especially when it had me a start as good as I had. Doing another count. You think I made it? Do you think I made it? What's your guess? I know, you won't write your guess. Yes! 1325. That's a harvest of 3,075 words. Boo and ya. $43. So should I stay until I get 50? I do want to watch. Well, I can tape that. There's an episode of classic Star Trek that I want to tape or watch. What? Supposed to be on. Wow, that's odd. I was sure. Huh. That's interesting. I thought it was. Hmm. Oh well. Hmm. 43 people have listened. How? Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Okay. Unless someone drops a comment, I'm gonna bring this broadcast to an end. Yeah, at midnight. I mean, I could go. I've got another hour and 46 minutes of power of charge left, but hey, I'm good. Just typing. I'm good. How's the sound? Are you ready to play the game? how's the sound? Holy. Just broadcasting. Are you ready to play the game? I'm ready. How's the sound? Holy. How's the sound now? Right on. Can you hear me now? Because I'm currently, see, I'm right, because it's easier to type in the room from my desktop, but I have to mute the desktop. Are you still hearing me from my laptop? Or do I have to exit the room so I can, Right on. So, you want to play the game? Basically, it's a version of Hangman. Hangman inspired. Well, it's a game without a title, but it's Hangman inspired. So you got words of 5, 6, or 7 letters. Just hear me out. You got this. I mean, I'll throw it up. I'll throw out the clue. So 6-letter word. Okay, so 6 letters. And the clue, desert prick. So think of something in a desert that could match that clue. And it's 6 letters. And you can guess the whole word, or you can just guess a letter. Pick any letter from the 26 letters of the alphabet that we use. And the trick is I have a pack of cards, and for each wrong answer you get, you pick a card. There you go. You got it. Cactus. See how easy that was? And you said you suck. I think you're just too modest. So, you ready for the second clue? Oh, and you got it in one shot, so you got minus 25. And that's a good thing, because it's a low score game. So you're at minus 25. So you're like 25 under. What? That's not good. Ah. How about now? Because the connection is reestablished. There's no reason for it. Okay, how about now? There's no reason for it. Still no? Hmm. Hmm. Hello? Hello? Okay. Ah. Yay. Yes. Yes, you were right. Got a minus 25. So you're still hearing me? You ready for the second one? Cool. So this is the second clue. Seven letters. And the clue is shh. Take your time to think of the answer. You heard the clue, yes? Seven letters? What? This one should be pretty easy. If you heard the clue. you're gonna need to draw a card. See, I actually have the cards. Yeah, I can't see those emojis though. Oh, I can see them on my... Okay, I can't see that on the desktop, but I can see it on my laptop. So what's... You give up or you don't know? Here, I'll write it. Well, pick a letter. Pick a letter. Pick a letter. Pick a letter. Just give me a moment as I... T, sorry. You want me to, you want to, okay, now you have to pick a card. So you want me to just count the cards, and when I reach a number, you type the number you want me to pick, or do you want me to split the deck in the middle and tell you what the card is? I mean, you don't, unless you're worried that I would just gonna give, like I'll do this honestly. You know, I'm rooting for you. So the card I pick, I'm not gonna. Odds are it won't be the. Though yes, I could. I'll show you the card that I pick. So what card do you get? How do you want to do the cards? Nope. That does. It's not silence. That is good. That is a good guess, but so let's see. You had minus 25, but I'm gonna say first guess. First complete word guess is +5. So you're probably best to pick a card, because the second time you guess and you're wrong, if you're wrong, it'll be +10 and then +15, and then you'll be out. So your best bet is to take the cards. Pick a card. But that's a good guess. Well, it's still I'm still developing it, but pick a here, I will count out and tell me when to stop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So 25? That's your card. Can you see it? There. 6. Seat doesn't matter. Oh, yeah? That sucks. Sorry about that. So, your score is minus 14, so you're still doing okay. Now, pick another letter. And anyone else listening, assuming there's anyone else in the room, feel free to chime in. You can be a team. I don't care. Well, I'm not certain of, I know my connection is a problem. Has been a problem. I had a terrible broadcast the other day. Well, Sunday. You. Oh. I'm going to shuffle the cards because you're going back to the cards. Okay. Tell me when to stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. No, and you just took a hit. It's plus 10. Also, you had a U and you had a T. And I said no, so... And it's one word. Okay, 30 was the last word. Was the last card. Ooh. It's a good thing you got the minus 25. You saw that? You're doing okay, hey. Hey, you started off like a house on fire. So give yourself credit. You guessed with one clue. You guessed the whole word like it was nothing. See, the biggest problem what you're doing now is guessing whole words. So I would, because that's 15 points right there. So That's your biggest problem right now. So, and also think about things that shh would be a perfect clue for. And these are all one words. So like shut up is 2 words. So, and no hyphens. But so how's the enjoyment level? Well, it's a brand new game. Well, it's a tweak of Hangman, but and it's still being formulated. Hey, we're not done. No. You're doing fine. I mean, I want you to. I hope. Well, unless you're going, I'm hoping you're going to stick around and at least get the second clue. But if you have to go, just let me know. Pink is for because I pink is for the unstable connection. Green is good. These my laptop. If it shows ah well. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll pick this up again. I mean, unless someone else comes along and finishes out this hand. For now, it's yours. You're the only one playing, so. So what did you cook? It was a pleasure to be engaged with. So bon appetit. Of course, well, I guess you don't eat in front of your computer because you could eat and I don't hear you eating and still play, but that's how I roll. Thanks for coming, and hope you come by again and play the game. Oh, I like the potato. Never liked sweet or yams, but I have family who do like sweet potatoes and yams. And thanks for being a guinea pig with my still untitled game, Sadie. I had fun. I had fun being the game master. I am the game master. Take care. Well, that was fun. I got to play my game. I don't feel lame. Oh no, I'm a Cyclops now. I'm a Cyclops. Does anyone else want to play? Does anyone else want to play? Well, how long have I been broadcasting for? Ooh, 55 live chats. Yeah, that's live chats. That's not. Yeah, still 43. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do. Well, I may as well stay till 3 hours at this point. I'm going to draw something. Not that you'll see it. Hmm. Not that you'll see it. So well, I started with an N, and then turned that into a man in a robe, floating. Oh, yes. Join the broadcast. Dad. So, yes, I'm done. That was quick. Too quick. So it's a floating yes. Oh, bunt. It's a father and son both wearing cloaks, floating. So the son is finding it hard to keep up with the father. So he's saying, Dad, you're going too fast. All I have written is Dad, but you can imagine what else he'd be saying. Dad, floating too fast. Come on. I said I was sorry. Oh, you mean. You're being mean. And the father says nothing. Because he's not happy with his son. He's not happy with his son. He's not happy with his son. Oh, no. Oh, no. Tell me I haven't ruined this one. So did my sound cut out? Green. Green. Green, 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 green. Green, 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 green. Green, 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 green. Green, 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 green. Green, 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 green. And I sing horribly. There, I'm done. That was too easy, too quick, but I draw simple, so quick is par for the course. Green, 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 green. So where are we? Where am I? Aside from at home. Oh, 46. Cool. Oops. What's the 41? People who reacted to your post. Joom, 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 joom. Ah. Okay, that doesn't, neither of those numbers make sense. How much time? How long have I been broadcasting? Or Habs casting? Well, coming up to the end of 3 hours, and that's pretty good. I'd like to thank everybody for coming. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I don't know what to say now. Just killing time. Killing time. Killing time. Killing time. Okay, wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where did it go? No. Oh, there it went. Oh. Yay. My connection cut out again. Well, 3 hours has come. 3 hours is gone. This is a good time for me to get along. Thank you for dropping by. Petrie Cast number 5. I hope you're doing well. I'm Charles Petrie, and you are not. That generally works out better for you. Thank you.